Good evening, my brother, young Tef.
Good evening. How's it going, my guy?
Bro, you see, and when Tef's like 80, he's still gonna have that natural sauce, the drip. You get me, like.
You know what's crazy? I was chatting to my mum a couple of days ago, not a couple of weeks ago. She's like, "So when you're 60, what these trainers you wear? You got?" I said, "Yeah. You want me to wear sharp shoes like that every day?" I said, "You know the line of work I do," and I said, "I think like us in general, our generation. I think we're gonna be 40, 50, 60. We're gonna be the cool ones. We're not gonna be." Do you know what I mean, though? And I feel that that's more because of our life choices and our career paths. Like, most of our parents worked like office jobs or formal, where they had to wear a certain attire, so they just dress like that every day. But I literally wake up every day and dress like I'm going to a party or somewhere that's going to be lit, but I might just be going around my normal work, you know what I mean? Like, after this, I'm going to the studio. So it's like...
Nah, bro, we said this off the mic here. I feel people are finally hearing you. Do you feel like people, maybe, I don't know how you rank it, but do you feel a difference in how people respond to the music you're making? Even though you know you've been doing the same thing, to an extent.
To an extent. This year, well, end of last year, continuing to this year, up to this point, I feel I've been more heard than I've ever been before.
What was the catalyst, do you think? Was it a tune? Was it a moment?
I know what it was for me to go into that space of creating the music I'm making now, but I don't know what it was on the outside that connected. I don't.
So what was it for you then?
Lockdown. Yeah, thinking, raw, do you know what? Man, I don't know if the world's gonna be like this forever, or man just gonna be just locked in the house like some controlling shit I was on. And I remember I was watching X-Men, the cartoon. The original X-Men cartoon. And there was in the future or whatever. But it was 2020, so I can't remember, And it was literally, the world was, they even used the words quarantine and things like this, The world was just, because the mutants, but it was more the machines that had taken over and was hunting down the mutants, but the normal civilians were just inside the house because outside was like apocalyptic, like everything's just burning or being destroyed or whatever. So I said, you know what? The next time I'm actually able to go studio like freely, I'm just locking in, bro. And I was doing things like, remember them times there was I didn't have no schedule. So I'll be staying up to stupid hours, waking up at stupid hours and thinking, no, fuck it, I'm going to studio today. So I might go studio from like, I don't know, 3, 4 p.m. in the afternoon and be there till the next morning. But I was always coming home with bangers, you know what I mean?
I remember the studio was one of the few places that people could still go in lockdown.
In lockdown, yeah. But this is the end of lockdown. So I'm going, got my mask on, belly, whatever. And it was an ongoing cycle for like, I'd say like for 4 to 6 months, the end of last year. And I said, you know what? This is without me releasing any music. And I think I dropped Plato. And I called it the intro. So I let people know something was coming. And then, I started locking in with Boost. Boost is one of the people that would just come studio with, man. Even if he's not making music, he just wanted to be in that same like space, you know what I mean? Just creating. I tell a lie, it would Stay Dangerous. It would Stay Dangerous. When I dropped Stay Dangerous, the reaction that I got to that song was mad, because I even had like Canadian and American fans saying, "Raw, who's this?" And it's like, it's kind of like they saw me like a new artist, but in my head I was thinking, how? Like, is like, all you have to do is just press one button or type and you can see the backlog. But it's like, this is what they've connected to. And even with that song, I remember because it's got like the melodic chorus or whatever. And I was listening to a lot of Dirk and NBA Youngboy at the time, and No Cap, because those are like my like America artists that I listen to. But I remember certain fans, because even when I dropped the trailer, certain fans in the comments like, oh, so what are you doing, jumping on this singing shit, man, da da da. And I remember, because I clock little things in it, yeah. And I remember like when I dropped the tree, I remember like them same accounts come back like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, nah, this one there. And then I had man in jail. I remember my brethren, but see my brethren, he's old school. He listens to Styles P, Ransom, you know, all them old school. He's like, Tef, I know nothing. I've just been saying, I'll stay safe, I'll stay day. I was like, swear that. He's like, bro, this one here is different. Like, what made you want to do? I said, bro, I don't know, fam. I just felt I was just in that mood. You get me? Cause it's still a rap song. Cause in the verses, man's rapping, but that was like the point where I said, Rod, you know what? Man has to keep hitting them every other month. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a video every month. That was last December, and I've done what, probably about 7-8 videos since then, and then the year's not over. I've still got.
Do you know what I'm thinking about? Because I'm trying to go back to your old catalogue. I could be wrong, bro. Haven't you not done melodic verses before?
On my first mixtape, I got a melodic song. I never wanna go over. It's a Max B remake, yeah. On my first song, and I used that reference as well. Man, we like, bro, so when you jump, and I was like, bro, I've always done this, but I don't think. And another thing is, yeah, but I've realized as well, yeah, certain songs don't even get recognition unless they have a visual. So people pay attention to what they can see. You know what I'm trying to say? So whereas that had a like, I feel like that brought more relevance. But like you said, it's like, this isn't the first time I've done this. You know what I mean? Like GMT1, I've got songs, more than one, doing melodic verses and hooks. So yeah, but anyway, that wasn't going to be the forefront or the leading single for what I had coming. That was just something I wanted to put out there, and it ended up being what it was. And I remember at the time, I was listening to a lot of Stardom. Trap actually bust me on Stardom still. Obviously, I knew about Stardom, but there were certain songs that he hit me like, no, Tef, trust me, I know you like this one. And I used to just bang it out, you know. And then one time I hit him, I said, bro, you just got to link me, bro. Just come studio. And I've found now, yeah, you see all that, I've got this song, bro, let me send it to you, da, da, da. Forget all of that, bro. Yeah, just come link me and shoot. Like, Getz is the first man that said that to me. I was like, Tef, I've got this. He's like, bro, I don't do all of that no more. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, just tell me where the studio is or come to my studio. Forget, I don't even want to hear the song. You get me? And in my head at the time, I was thinking, why are you moving all? But I get it now. There's just something.
It's energy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm an energy man. I work off energy, bro. Like, if you're on a certain vibe and I can dig it, I'm going to be on that certain vibe trying to match you or even better you. And that brings that competitiveness that you kind of need for a lyrical back-to-back, innit? So, Link Stardom, we made. And another thing, what I've been doing as well, shout out Aura. What I've been doing is like locking in with the producers as well. So I don't want you to send me no beats. If I know your beats and I like your beats, come studio, let's just whip it from start to scratch. So all the songs that's on this tape and side A, I've been in the studio while the beats are made. So they've been actually curated for me. Do you know what I mean? Drop the body language now, and with body language. Now let me give credit to body language as well as Stay Dangerous, because when I dropped the body language, I already knew it was gonna be banger. I was sending. I said, did I send it to you? Because there's another version of it, you know. Stardom changed some verses, but there's a first version, like, which I even probably prefer, but he wanted to be more comfortable. But anyone I sent that tune to, it's like, Tef, this is a fucking banger. Like, I knew that was gonna, do you know what I mean? I knew that was gonna show, and I wanted that to be the leading track for the EP. The song with Rams, you wasn't feeling that at first, I swear.
No. I was surprised. Because I was like, because, bro, imagine, like, I'm hearing, like, Tef's like, I got a tune with Rams. Yeah. And I'm like, Rams? Yeah. Like, but I said it like that, I was like, Rams. Yeah. But obviously, Rams is bro, innit? Yeah. And then you were like,
you just weren't expecting it, innit?
I weren't expecting it, bro.
Yeah, and I wanted it to be like the kind of, bro, I want you to look and see, oh, Young Tef featuring Rams. I think, what is this even gonna sound like? Let me listen to it. And even then, my idea for the track isn't how the track sounds, because I just wanted to do the same generic 2 rap verses. He's gonna do the hook, bam. But he's like, nah, Tef, I wanna rap. I was like, you sure, bro? Like, not even like that, cause I love Rams, but I was like, bro, do you know who you're with right now, bro? I was like, do you wanna do this? He's like, nah, Tef, trust me, I know, trust me, but I know you know me for the melodies and that, but I want to show you something. I was like, alright, cool, show me, innit? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the melodies as well. So then, back and forth, and a lot of people that weren't really feeling the song at first was like, I actually like this song. So, shout out Rams, innit?
And they also brought out to your show, innit?
Yeah. The show, you was there?
I wasn't there, bro.
The
I
show
wasn't
was
there.
mental, man. That show felt like choir practice, bro.
Bro, you see that show? The people that you had at that show, that the fans got a
They
buffet.
got a big show. A big show. Rimsey come and done the Expensive Pain, that was lit. Blade, Trapo. Yeah, it was just hard. It was lit, man. And I feel like the trajectory was crazy because I did that show less than 2 weeks after I dropped the EP. And they were singing it word for word. Word for word. You see the little kid that I brought on the stage? I brought him out, he rapped a verse, the whole thing, bro. I couldn't believe my eyes, bro. That show showed me that, bro, like, as long as I've been doing this and as much as I've put out, I don't even think I'm halfway where I want or need to be. Like, there's so much airs that's untouched and people that can enjoy this same, that these people have enjoyed, and I know it can go further. Literally, I had people telling me they travelled from different countries or whatever, or from up north, and they was like, bro, like, that's the best rap show I've been to all year, and I've been to better shows. And I had to ask them why. They was like, it was just...
No, bro, I saw it from the videos I saw,
Yeah.
the energy just seemed unmatched.
Energy was different, bro. It was cohesive. Bro, I walked out and there was flowers on the stage, bro. Like, people actually came with flowers and threw them on it. So they've heard all the chatter and the talk about underrated or giving me like, bro, man, there was petals, like, on the stage, bro. And I was like, yeah, like, these people, they're tapped in. They know what's going on. They're not just let me go to this rapper's show because they're doing something in London. It's literally, I know what I'm going here for. So, like, yeah, that was lit.
Bro, we're both Nigerian, yeah, so we both come kind of like from that whole, I won't say excellent cloth, yeah, and like just having that unrelated, like, you know, hustle and drive. Do you feel satisfied with the year, or do you feel like certain things have been missed out on?
I didn't get everything I wanted to get done this year. Well, we got, what, 3 months left? I didn't get everything done that I wanted to do this year, but everything I did, I think I'd done it how it was meant to be done. I got the results I needed, even more. And like, did I say last time that I felt like I'm starting like a new career, kind of? Like, I feel like a new artist, like. And there was a time you have to remember, yeah, like, as an artist, you're only as busy as you make yourself. So you can't say, oh, I want to live the life of an artist and be like a full-time musician if you're not being productive and making enough music, because no one ain't hollering at you for nothing. Do you know what I mean? This interview won't be happening right now if we didn't have the music there first. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, all the opportunities I've done or had this year has come through the music, but the music hasn't been the main thing. But without that, there was nothing else happening. So like, now I feel like every day there's something to do, which is pertaining to my EP or a freestyle, or the TV show I just done, the clothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so much different things that has come from the music.
Do you feel like I won't say you're becoming smarter, more hip to like just business in general, but there's a lot more around the Tef brand now than there was before. I just feel like before you existed.
Yeah, because before I used to think blindly as well and wrongfully, I used to think that your talent's just going to get you through the door. And because I can rap better than most of the people that I hear, but no, that's not that's so far from the reality. So far. And I was blind thinking that could even, like, how does that, when last did you even see that as an example in the rap? When last can you have an example of that where talent just took someone all the way and there was nothing else going on, just their talent? It's not really happening no more, is it? So now I'm more wiser to think, you know what? Yeah, I can spend 20 hours in the studio and make 10 hits, but what am I doing with them hits? How am I putting them out there? How am I marketing them? Who am I sending them to? What do they look like? What's the package? You know what I mean? Like, how am I presenting it? All these things you have to think about now.
What's the catalyst for you to think like that then? Is that management? Is that just talking to other artists or being frustrated in your position?
Yeah, the frustration is probably the first part, but there's only so much you can do with frustration. Like, you can be frustrated and not know how to even fix the situation you're in. My thing was looking at the artists that it is working for, but not necessarily the artists that are on major labels, because I'm not on a major label. So I can't follow the, do you know what I mean, of someone that's on a major label. So I'm looking at everyone that's independent, everyone that's doing distribution deals, and how they're navigating the market and whatnot. And a lot of it is just like fan interaction. You know what I mean? Like making your fans feel part of something, like talking to them more, like being more like transparent in who you are. And I know, like, as an artist, you try to be like, separate your personal from your professional and that, but really and truly, it's like a thin line now. Like, even like, I don't have TikTok in it, but every other day I hear, yeah, I saw this on TikTok, or this is on TikTok, and I'm like, bro, this is actually the new. And as much as I try to fight it, I know, I've only been on TikTok one day, that was to actually make my account. I didn't even know how to use it. But next, what I've been doing now is like, when I have like days out where I'm doing like things, or I'm actively doing like music things, I try to like take as much videos and content as possible and just have them on my folder. I don't even know what to do, but I'm gonna give it to someone that can put them into and actually make things that I can post on TikTok. Because me personally, I don't know, and I don't think I want to have another app like that take up so much of my time. Because even, bro, you see when you get that update on your iPhone, do you get it of your I hate it, bro. I'm thinking, fuck, I spent 9 hours on this. Imagine how much hours of the day you're awake and the amount of it you spent looking at this phone. Like, that's actually crazy. Like, this whole thing is like, it's crazy. But obviously I try to be as productive as I can with it. Like, so like, even simple things down to emails. Like, I used to be one of them people that, bro, I miss out on so much opportunities because I'm not looking at my emails. Like, even like going in my junk folder, oh shit, like, swear down, like shows and stuff that I've missed, or brand deals, or I don't know, like there's so much things that you can, just from reading your email. And then you have to remember, not everything's on social media. Certain people will see your email and go direct there thinking that's how you run your business. But if I'm not, so yeah. And I've got a manager that's on my ass right now to just be
Basically, you see that whole, that part, bro, like, you're a rapper though. Is it like, why are you that? Is it that you just want to do music, and everything else just like?
Not anymore. No, I want to be hands on now. I don't necessarily not want to do all the admin and the paperwork, but I want to see it and delegate. Okay, this is what's happened, bro. Do it. All right, cool. Boom, boom. But
Do you know I say that, bro? Because obviously I've met you when I've met you.
Yeah.
But I would just always naturally think that you're not like.
I'm not involved.
No, bro, we're from the same culture.
Oh, what, you thought man was hands on like that?
I'd be like, bro, man, I'd be like,
no,
what?
I wasn't. It's crazy. I wasn't. I really wasn't. And I get that, but I'm more like that in the studio. When the studio, like, this is the office. We're not coming here to play, and obviously we're gonna make it as comfortable as possible. But when I'm working, bro, and that's my thing. Because I don't make music at home. I don't even write lyrics at home. When I'm in the studio, that's office hours.
It really reminded me how real the streets are.
Yeah.
You know, like there's certain times where like bro, sometimes you just live and you live a life where you don't have to deal with certain things. Mm-hmm. And then even a situation that happened recently when everyone had to go and protest, bro. Yeah. And I know that isn't necessarily the streets, but it's certain things that we're exposed to more. It
comes with it.
Yeah.
It definitely comes with it. Yeah.
Not even what needs to, it's hard for me to articulate. we're from where we're from, and it's almost like part of us are trying to get out from it. But it's like some people still getting caught in a crossfire. Like it's like the change can't happen quick enough. You know, and the thing that when I see the impact of what's happening in the media with bro's situation, it makes me think what does the streets actually stand for?
Yeah.
If that can happen to us still, bro. And just part of the time I say to myself, like, it has to be unity, bro, in some sort, man. I don't know. It has to be.
Yeah. With that, yeah. One thing that has been on my mind, like, since is like, bro, like, there's no wins in the street, bro. There's no, like, you can't win the street. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, what is the ultimate prize on the streets? Street credibility. What is it? Money. You can't say money because the money's dirty. So there's only so much you can do with that money. Even if you have the mindset to clean it, you're always trying to make the situation better than it is. The streets is just, it's a lie, it's a myth. Like, you can't, there's no, what is the, I'm actually asking, what is the actual ultimate win in these streets?
But I couldn't tell you. You know, I couldn't tell you because I watched Carlito's Way. And I remember that part in the film and I was saying, bro, we said it the last time I saw you at the chat thing. Bro, there's a time when you think you're out and something just comes back, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, bro, it's
And it follows you. It follows you because you can be like, I'm done with it. I don't live this life no more. I don't want to live no more. And you can effectively change your life. But whatever you've done and who you was is always going to follow you. And you can change, but you can't change the streets. There is no win.
It's personal to me as another black man seeing it. But I know from talking to bro, that's
painful.
Bro. And he's a bro of yours as well.
Of course, yeah. Them man were closer, innit? Because obviously age and that, yeah. But it was heavy. And you have to remember, yeah, man's lost friends. Like, I've lost friends in, like, car accidents or gun violence or just other things. But to lose a friend to someone that we see as the enemy anyway, because they're not here to protect and serve us. That they might say they're here to protect and serve, but that's not us. So to lose, it's like who do you even, like, because there's a lot of anger and pain, but who do you even direct that towards? Do you know what I'm trying to say? We don't know who. Who is it out of it? Like,
It's kind of like being hopeless, bro.
there's no, and as much as man's doing all these, like, trying to bring awareness to the situation and, like, with the protests that man's been going to, it's like, I don't have a lot of hope in the system to find one of their own accountable. I don't see it happening. Not on that scale. And it's like, since then, obviously, you know, like when like your friend might buy a car and all of a sudden you start seeing that car a lot on the road, yeah? Since that's happened, man's been reading about and seeing so much cases where young black men and white men and men are dying in the hands of police, bro. Or by the hands of police. And it's like, they're actually worse of a gang than the men anymore. Because, bro, me and you can have a fight today in public, a fight, just a fist fight, and go to jail for free. But you can kill an unarmed black man behind your badge and no one don't even know who your name is. No one knows your name. You can go Tesco in the morning and get your eggs and milk and no one's going to even bother you.
In what world does that even make sense, bro?
Bro, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. And then what happens is, I feel like that anger and pain then trauma gets circled back into our community. We've got to deal with it. We've got to deal with the mother that's got no son now.
No.
The family that's got no, do you know what I mean? We've got to deal with that. We've got to hold that burden. We've got to be strong. But they just go about and it's their job. And it's, bro, that's what kind of like burns the most, bro. It burns, fam. Because then I'm going to walk out today, I might see a police officer, I think, fuck, you probably know my man that. You know what I mean? And they got it out for us, bro. Like, man's been to a festival, music festival, a couple of years ago. Weren't even in London, I think it was Reading, when man saw the feds, the undercover feds, that are on the ends all the time, bothering the men them, in the crowd. There, look, like, so it's like they're almost like, it's like they kind of romanticize this. You know what I mean? Like, you see how my man was in American Gangster? The Fed that was taking out Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Do you know he ended up being like best friends with him?
No,
Helped pay for his kids to go to college and everything. Because he actually like was a fan of him. And I think whereas we do music now and we're like almost like social figures, some of these policemen, their kids listen to our music. They listen to my music. And you have to remember, we're at an age now where there's certain police officers that are not far from our age as well. Like I've been nicked before and police are saying, Ross, so where'd you get your trainers from? I was trying to get them out. I'm like, what? Damn, you're putting me in the cell, bro. And what, are you crazy, bro? And it's like, we got to be really careful in how we carry ourselves and boast our wealth, even though it's not from ill-gotten gains, because a lot of us do music now and other sorts of creative things, and we're getting paid good money to live the lives we want to live. But the feds won't forget where we came from. It's like the same thing I said, when you change your life, they're always going to remember that version of you that fits their narrative. And that's the hardest part, bro, because it's like, I don't want to be nowhere near you lot. I don't trust you lot. I don't believe in, I feel like your whole institution is made of fuckery, and it's not for us. And when I say us, I mean the black, the coloured, the ethnic minorities, people that ain't from or born in this country. Yeah, so yeah, that's that.
What basically, apart from it just being different tracks, what is the difference between side A and side B?
Side A and side B. Okay, so I don't know if you've got that from the side A, but my kind of theme was kind of like mafioso kind of rap, like, and you can kind of tell that from the skits and the way that I've packaged it. But I also want it to sound like the old school mixtape, like the way those were produced and put out. It's not an album, and that's why instead of doing another EP, I've called it Side B, because it carries on that same theme. But Side B is me just like me comfortable in this space of rap, the rap that I'm doing, and just letting you have it. Like, it's a bit more braggadocious, it's a bit more raw. I know I'm good at what I'm doing right now, and you lot are gonna have to hear me. You have to hear me. Literally, it's literally like, let me talk my shit, but it's classy. It's not loud, it's not noisy, it's smooth, do you know what I mean?
Like, Fab. You know how Fabulous used to be?
Yeah, like someone said that, the girl said that to me the other day, you remind me of Fab, like, the way you like...
And even when you carry yourself, the drip.
Yeah, she said that, she included that as well. She's like, from your style to your rhymes, and it's like, not everyone gets it, but those who get it actually get it. Like, they know to a T what you're trying to do. And I feel like, yeah, man, there's gonna be another convo to be had after this EP, because I'm literally solidifying my spot as who I am. I know who I am now and what I represent in this scene, and I'm sticking to that.